For once I can say hello, Mogum. Yes, welcome to a unique opportunity for the channel to get a look at JMGaming's next map. This is an alpha version, so it is subject to change. It's a new farmer, but I'm all playing everything on hard, so I thought to compensate for that I'd give myself 250,000. That should be dollars. It should. I can't. Can I actually do that? I can't. I need to be inside. It's a global setting, isn't it? Right, so starting farm, yes. I'm going on the settings that most people would like me to go, which is new farmer start, because it is the start that most people do. So let's have a look at OakCity. I've got minimal mods. I've got necessary mods, 2 mods by JMGaming, and I've got only my own mods and obviously base game. So literally that's all I've got. So let's have a look at. I thought it'd minimize anything, but it is going to be a pain because I can't I can't use store deliveries, which is a pain. I might actually put that in. You've got to do things like that, really. You've got to still make it, because if I'm going to say it's an alpha, I'm not promising I'm doing that. This is just sort of a mod review, an early look, glimpse, but it is subject to change. So it is 300 and something meg. Yeah, 324 meg or something. So medium map, really. It's not a monster like Oak Ridge, or I think Oak Ridge is the biggest I've seen so far, aka Carmston, as I still think of it. It's a difficult one to get over, that one. Yeah. Right. Beautiful picture. I thought I'd bring in it from the very beginning, just so as we can see everything. Yeah, this is the first run as well. It may still be the same as a Giants map on the very first load, so things may be a little bit juddery to begin with. Yeah, just saying. Let's turn time down. It's in fact 0.5. Its time is immaterial at present. So then, welcome to OakCity, and we are literally starting right at the outskirts of the city. So what do we get? We got quite a lot of stuff here. Let's go and have a look. I always think bird's eye view rather than looking at the map, but you can see there's a lot of areas. Let's just have a look at some of these brown areas. These, what are these? Is it forestry or no? Just like arid landscape. Okay. I'm also going to be doing obviously some alpha testing. It is an alpha map, but I've got to be honest, JMGaming's is such a gamer that you'll only get floaty trees like that one that you can see in the far distance. You'd get a bit of that, and I'll point it out to him, and I'll do that later. But I just thought I'd give everybody a bit of a sneak preview on, in my personal opinion, one of the best up-and-coming modders we've seen in a few years. I've played on all JMGaming's, a massive fan of his work, and he does let me have these glimpses, which is, I just wish, to be honest, I was a larger channel and I could actually do him justice a bit. His channel is larger than mine now. It's true, yeah, I am a Marmite. You either love me or hate me, really. It's one of those things. So, enough about me. Let's actually pop and have a look at the farmhouse, which is, this is very minimalistic. It is, I like it. And we have, let's have a one now. My bad sort of thing is usually to rush, so we're not going to do that. It's just a normal mod review, a sort of a glimpse into what will be. Lights, probably can open the back door. The detailing is always exquisite, as you can see. I mean, that is modern. Yeah, that's the modern detailing where you literally go to it and it's beautiful, not like the standard ones. Yeah, and this as well. Oh, look at the detailing on that. Amazing. It is. I'm just gonna like to say it as I see it, because I am a massive fan of his work. But now this is the barn that I actually hate, as in the shape, but I've got to be honest, done like this is a completely different sort of... I've always said it was the 3-meter doors on this style of barn was horrible. Now this, you can actually get in. I mean, it's still tight, but you've got obviously your storage area for your bales. I think it looks like a door at the back as well, so in and out at both ends. Yeah. Looks like you can open 2 doors as well. It's not as simple as just one. And as you can see, everything is working. Yeah, which I'm not surprised at. So one of the Neuros, one of my favourites that got used a lot by Farmer Jeb for some of his productions. One of my favourite fertiliser ones until, yeah. Oh, got a pickup. Never noticed that. Equipment. Nice horse. Ooh. Wow. Now that's something you don't see very often. 2 harvesters. So I would imagine then this is, and a seeder. So that's got to be a planter, surely. Yeah, I don't recognise them like that good. I very infrequently use the Giants unless they're on the sales. Beautiful Brantner. Now that I am familiar with. So we got a header. Looks like one's dedicated to normal grains and one's like a corn. Looking at that, which is quite nice. And any tractors? Aha, we're coming up to them. I can see them on the map. Yeah. Header trailer. It's a lovely, spacious yard. Very typical of the American type ones. One thing I really do love about the American, there's plenty of room on this to actually, yeah. Now, I was going to go on Frankenmuth, but this does give us an opportunity to sort of go on an American map. That's a unique glimpse if JMGaming allows me to like play properly on it, as I usually do, but it really is subject. I've said to him earlier, like he said, you can do some videos on it, but obviously it's very much will he allow me to actually sort of do a let's play, because that's what I normally do. I just running a let's play. So we've got a monster. Is it my favourite? No, it's not. It's very much like, this is the newer model. Yeah, I love the other one like this. I call it the Insect. It's got smaller wheels, smaller tracks than this. I'll just give this one a good, I would imagine, obviously it's probably going to be good with it being a 9RX, but I think it's a 7 or an 8, and it's a beautiful thing. And then this is obviously the real workhorse of a very strong John Deere field. So there's no denying the fact that this is a John Deere stronghold where everything is John Deere that possibly could be, yeah, from tractors. Okay then, so it is the month of August. What have we got? Any fields that need harvesting? I'm just wanting to show you as in like what you would see. So needs lime, everything needs lime, and we have everything's cultivated, so it's actually ready for you to actually work on. Now this is the one I'm intrigued about. So it really is prairie. Now JMGaming said in his instructions, now there's quite a few, as there always are, quests on JMGaming's maps. There's a lot of breakable rocks. So whether these are breakable, I'm not sure, but what I'm saying is they are there. These feature a lot in JMGaming's map, and that's what I say. He brings features to the table that no other map maker actually brings, which I've always found quite amazing. Some of his maps, Rombos Road, the rivers, the running water, the fish in the water, amazing. One of my favourites, butterflies, beautiful butterflies flying around, absolutely amazing. And I know Oxygen and David did it as well, but it's just absolutely amazing. So it's ready, it's a blank canvas ready for us to actually have a look at. Now we're going to make this a proper mod review, but it's not likely to be finished. Yeah, we're going to like go, well, in fact we'll have a look if is it worth me at present. It's an alpha. What I did with Vouillet Normandy, when JMGaming first gave me the alpha, it was just the town, the main village. So again, it is as it is right now. Yeah, it's subject to an awful lot of change. Yeah, so this is looking to me very much like a sell point. Always a lot of attention to detail. Some fantastic artwork that he always does. Some beautiful decals. Yeah, there's quests. In fact, let me just read. You'll lose the sound. There's not a lot of sound, so I shall read you what JMGaming actually said. It's a 4X map, loosely inspired by OakCity, Utah, from the USA, obviously. This is a land of pioneers, with much of it still undeveloped. The city is located over 1,000 meters above sea level at the foot of the Rocky Mountains. Beautiful. Main features: 462 hectares of arable fields divided into 85 plots. Large spaces to clear, we've seen that. 4 selling points. So we'll have a look at that in a minute and see if they are actually there already. And it is just that it's deliberately for you to develop yourself. Some production chains, 3 water points, many destructible rocks, an AI network for better movement without additional mods. So there you go. You don't need auto drive. It's already set up. Most fences can be removed in construction. Another thing, just like Cavalier Roy, that I really do admire, and I've got to be honest, having seen how JMGaming does this, it is a great pains to himself that he actually does this feature where you can remove the fences because it's in your placeables. It is, and so yeah, I found this out by fault one time when I was playing around on Vouier Normandy. But yes, all of the fences can be removed, which is a feature that I've only seen JMGaming and Cavalier Roy actually do. So yeah, it makes them both, in my personal opinion, great map makers. This is the interesting thing. Another interesting thing. You can go looking for rare flowers to complete your collection, and the pioneers have buried their treasure. You will need a lot of courage to find it. And that's the old 19th century barn zip is and also the bioplastics factory, which I already have anyway, but I've downloaded the latest one because it may be different. So right, let's have a look at, are there 4 already? 4 sell points? Have we already got those? Looks like it. That's 2. Let's have a good look around this. Again, I'm not an expert at this. I'm not a Mr. CDP. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've watched enough of Mr. CDPs to know what they do, but I've got to be honest, I'm not going to wander around the map like Mr. CDP does. You can actually see, I'm only going to go to the points of interest, that because it is an undeveloped area, and you can see that. I can see a floaty tree in the very far distance, unless it's just draw distance. Again, this is what I'll be doing later. I'll be wandering around the map with a vehicle and like pointing at any sort of flaws. Did the same on Rizu Forest. Ooh, we have hits. We have hit A. Right, okay, that'll be something I'll note later on. Again, these are all things that I'll point out to JMGaming, and the map you get will be very much different to this one. So it's like, obviously this is a real sneak preview, and this is, the channel's very fortunate that JMGaming actually lets us do this. So that's 2. Look at the pictures, absolutely amazing. He loves his neuros. Yeah, there's a lot of ooh, and the pictures as well, absolutely amazing. It is, I do love it. And this has got a lot of storage. This is like a company that definitely is not. Just look at the detailing. Oh, it is as well. It's all the new stuff. It's that you can always tell the difference if you'd look from a distance like that, and then you go up to the wall. You will notice like it starts to go all weak, and you can see it go blurry. Whereas with the more modern way of doing things, which is a lot more, it's much more difficult to do. Yeah, you can. Wow, I can just go in the building. That's quite rare. Are they ones you can actually shut the door? I wouldn't have thought so. I did think that was stretching it a bit. It's a waste of like resources, and it's going to take you time to do it as a map maker. Being a modder myself, I appreciate the time that it takes to do even the most simple of things. So this is number 3. So, and sell point number 4 I think was actually 1, which is also the animal dealer. And we have 2 Desert Grain Traders, where we are now, Grain Harvest Corp, and I believe Deseret Grain Traders. I would imagine that's a typo. Have we been to this one? Hang on, did we go 1, 2, 3? No, we're still missing one. It's that one there. Red Rock Harvest. I was going to say, I'm sure we've been to that one. Even I recognise the fact that that's completely different to. It's unique. That looks like that actually is meant to shut, or maybe look like it's meant to shut, like a lot of things. So this is lovely, absolutely amazing graphics. It is, although we all recognise the building, I'm sure. Oh, it's actually got stuff in it. It's fantastic. Oh, that is brilliant, because obviously we all know that a lot of these were like empty totally. Now, I fixed the one that Giants did on Riverbend Springs. It looks like they've actually fixed their own work now, or JMGaming's fixed this on his map, one or the other. But yeah, I thought it was very bad that the original, that no market would ever have empty stalls. It's uninviting to people who are coming. So I just thought it was totally unrealistic of Giants to release that like that. But when I actually went into, it may have been done on purpose, but I thought it was just silly. It shouted like unrealism to me, to be truthful. Sorry, Giants. Just to say that how it is. And that is the fourth one. So we've got things going on in the town, though. Hardware. Bob. Oh, I love it. I love the attention to detail. Absolutely. I'm not surprised. 25% off all hammers. Let's have a quick wander around the town, because this is obviously the centre of the universe for this particular area. Looks like we're approaching the... Yeah, the debris crusher. Now then, I probably can't jump over this. You've got to be really... Yeah, I always find that difficult. I usually have to get 2 or 3 attempts to jump over those. Right. That's right, the sawmill. Fantastic. The sounds and everything are all working already. Fantastic. No, it's not an openable one. Nor was that. Not many of them are. It's just like I know JMGaming sometimes does things that can sort of really nicely surprise you. But yeah, things that other people don't do. But no, it's just a building. Just for now. I recognise this building. These are the ones you can't. You really very, very rarely jump. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to. But in fact, can we jump to it? I don't think we can at the minute. They're not all active, are they? Alright, we can visit that. Just have a look how much this is as we're passing. If we can actually find the place to actually buy it, of course. Yeah, I've not actually got the... Let's just stick zone markers on just for a minute. Oh, come on, it's so slow, this saving content. Wow, that was a mega slow. General settings... Let's switch this off for now. I will switch it back on later. Right, okay then, smash it. So that's the tip point. Where do we buy this if we wish to? Yeah, I did wonder. It's just that I'm used to having the mod on that tells me things. So 210,000, it really is like a new FS25. The base game production, and this is the bakery. 150,000. Let's have a quick look. I'm sure there are other buildings around as well that we're close enough to actually go to. Probably, I've got to be honest, this is very nicely polished. When I went on Vue Normandy, I say it was almost a ghost town. It wasn't quite... a lot of work had gone into the fields and everything, and the landscape. But what is this? Cement factory. Now, it's one thing I've always wanted to have a go at, the cement factory. I've actually made a rope factory, a little one. I'm going to make a slightly better one. I've ramped it down so it's not too unbelievable. I think actually we're heading towards the farm now. I think the rest are just standard buildings. So that is your lot at the minute, I think. I might have missed something, but this is me. I'm usually apt to miss lots. And this, of course, is the shop. If we can actually get in there. I don't think we can jump this. These are... Oh, I did it. That surprised me. Yeah, always a John Deere shop. Again, I think JMGaming's obviously a fan of the John Deere stuff. So this is actually the repair point. Let's just show everyone it working, because it usually does. Yep. And it does vary where the shop point is. Sometimes inside, but it looks like it might not. Again, this is an alpha, so it may be that actually the shop is... Oh no, it's not. It's over there. No, I would have been surprised actually if he didn't have it working, and we are just a stone throw away. Yeah, literally. He even usually has this supported as well. You've got your sails, the Nexat pack. That's all right affording that. It's a thing of beauty, but I need the Nexat, and that's like 655,000. To be honest, I was talking about this on Pelenye earlier. I did it on, I can't remember who made it. It was a beautiful bit of kit. An awful lot of work went into that in FS22. I'd sort of tried it extensively, and I was sort of trying to be proactive and like sort of give it a chance as well to grow on me and be fair. And the more I played with it, the more I realised it was not exactly right for me. I didn't think it was an awful lot of work. I mean, an awful lot of work to move the stuff around. It couldn't really move by its own device. It was very long and gangly. It was awkward to move. Again, the next app might be different in that, but it was the movement and all of the equipment. And the other thing, as I was saying on Pelenye, no farm only has one tractor. Now, it's sort of a tractor, really, where it's got lots of implements. Well, at that kind of cost, you would need multiple tractors. So you're still going to have standard tractors, but then you've got this very expensive tractor that then becomes lots of other things. But the modules are dearer than an actual... This is what I've always found with those magical all-in-one solutions. The additional bits and bobs are always, they're always mega expensive. Anyway, I am digressing. Yeah, this is supposed to be a mod review. I'm going to leave it there, to be honest. I think we've covered everything. You will be seeing more. I will have a chat with JMGaming later, and we shall see if I'm allowed to do a proper Let's Play, in which case we'll be like seeding and planting. Well, what can we actually plant? That is something I haven't covered. Let's have a quick look. What is the map? Is it like American or is it standard map? So wheat I would expect to be doing in September, which means barley is going to be the same. So it's a standard map then, really. It's not got a different growth cycle to what I'm used to. This is it is everything's in April, so it's a standard map. It really is. That's what I've got. There's no what do you call them, genomes or whatever, I can't remember. It's a long time since I actually heard the term again for what we used to have, the area weather and sowing maps that you used to get. So right, yeah, so it's standard map, what we'd all expect, really. Nope, we have no pens or anything like that. So I think I'm going to leave it there. We've had a good look at the fields. Some quite nice fields. I like this. I like the American style, if I'm honest. I do. Is that viable? What is that to the left of our last field? Because that looks interesting. Yeah, I'm just trying to do this. I mean, I know most mod reviews are like an hour long, but I've got to be honest. I always find also, I'm not even going to bother testing. Mr. CP is terribly thorough on his testing. He'll go and he'll empty stuff into things and out of things and all that type of stuff. Whereas, so is this something you can actually buy? Let's have a look. Yeah, I still can't get used to this. Where, farmland. Yeah, you can't actually, it's like not. Just see if it's, sometimes it's part of other things, but no, it's not. So this is, well, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure what, there are secrets, we know that. I read out what JMGaming said about this, so it's, I'm quite looking forward to that. I used to love that on Agres Balcones, finding the treasure chests. It was quite amazing. I found quite a few of them, and I did a wander around. I'm not going to do that. I always think it's a bit of a spoiler, personally, but then again, some people obviously like that kind of video, but I certainly wouldn't want to do that, even before it gets released, even though maybe one of those things that people do really want to see. Yeah, so we've got those rocks, and we've got a huge 155 is a field that could be a huge field, really. So, I mean, there's potential on this is phenomenal. And obviously, I've given myself a bit of cash to, if with JMGaming's thing, I shall be back later and I shall be having a bit of a, Taz on the map. I will. Which I always find is the best possible mod test, because I'm going to be testing the type of things that you are going to be testing yourselves, as in, like, well, do the fields work, all of that type of stuff. Whereas the standard mod reviews just go around buildings and all the rest of it and just test that they actually work, which is useful. But what I'm trying to say is, I personally find I want to know is, if I'm going to do a new farm start, is my farm functional, or am I wasting my time? Does the map maker need to repair it? All of that type of stuff is what I think is important. So there's plenty of space, and look at the girth on that shed. It certainly is deep. So there's plenty of room in this monster of a shed to actually, like, stick. This is like one of the, I think it is one of the biogas plant sheds that's obviously been brought into service in the map. Beautiful bit of kit. So yeah, silo, yeah, it would be useful to see the storage on the silo. It would, I think. No, it won't show you like that. You've got to literally be, like, treading over it, and it's and it will tell us, like, what its capacities, I believe. That should be in the info box. 2000. Okay, so that's its model. Anybody who knows what that is will know the capacity. As for me, I don't know anything at all. We'd have to pour stuff in it, I think. Yeah, so one thing I do miss about FS19 is the fact that so these are the ones that are available: the bakery, the cement factory, the dairy, and the sawmill, that are actually available on the map already. And I would imagine that JMGaming may do more, but he might not. Yeah, again, it's all matters of subject to. You can see again that these are working. Again, I'd have to test properly to see if they're actually working, but I've never known any of his not to work. But we might actually, if I'm going to do this as a proper bit of a test, do a couple of contracts just also for JMGaming's. I asked him earlier, well, is there anything specifically you want me to actually show off of the map? I mean, it is, I've got to be honest, it's a bit of eye candy, isn't it? Really, there's plenty of room here for, like, sheds or productions. It says flat. It really is flat. This particular section here is very flat. The one opposite the harvesters, that equally is flat. We could shift those headers equally out the way, and there's a lot of space here, really is. So that is quite amazing. Beautiful tractors, beautiful equipment, but he's only given you the rudiments, and I like that. There was one of JMGaming's, Rombos Road gave you everything, and I was like, oh yeah, but it's a bit, I mean, what we could do, this scope, if these are worth anything, I might, again, because it's all your stuff, you can decide what you want to do with any farm, as you would in real life. So me personally, just going on, like, with what equipment we've actually got, I might, if they're worth full amounts, I could actually get part X, one of the, keep the biggest, I think, and sell the slightly smaller one, if they are like that, an X9, and no, they aren't, they're an X9 that's, yeah, they're both identical, actually, looking at it, X9s, so could, like, just keep one and actually have that one. There's a lot of stuff, but again, we could find something secondhand. I'm a bit of a secondhand aficionado, so again, with that's the way we could go. But I'm going to leave it there because I'm liable to talk your ears off. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on other journeys, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.